This practice session is about facilitating the use of self-actualized questions. Self-actualized questions are very powerful as they use a technique called framing. See, a fundamental example that you could share with your group is parenting. When we tell our kids, little Johnny, got to practice for that test next Tuesday, do they ever hug and kiss us? No, they roll their eyes because they know that. Now, a different question to get them thinking differently would be, little Johnny, what are you going to do to successfully prepare for that test? And what might I do to help you? It's a what question plus a success imperative. It frames people's minds and it frames the output of the response to be positive. So, the objective is a what question plus a success imperative. You're going to help facilitate the learning of framing. Now, how do we set this up? Create a challenging employee situation, such as someone not getting along with others, someone with a negative attitude, someone who doesn't exhibit great teamwork. Whatever the situation might be, create a challenging employee situation. Have the leaders craft 2 self-actualized questions. Literally have them write them out, such as what are you going to do to successfully? What are you going to do to successfully? And have them fill in the blank. Then have them start a conversation of practice using those 2 questions. Here's the funny thing about practicing. You know, sometimes when we practice, we still try to trip up the other person. And we once had somebody say, you know, the funny thing about these questions, you really can't even trip up the other person, even though we're practicing, even though we know what we're doing, because of the power of framing. So here's some other activities you can deploy. Identify a challenging employee situation. Have them craft 3 self-actualized questions. What are you going to do to successfully? And you just simply fill in the blank specific to the challenging employee situation. Have them practice it with a partner and maybe even rotate partners. And last, rewrite 3 more self-actualized questions for challenging employee situations maybe they're dealing with that they could share with the group. It is such a simple question format. It is so easy to do, yet if you're not used to doing it, it certainly requires practice, and that's why you're going through this lesson. So again, have people think about challenging employee situations, write out 2 to 3 self-actualized questions, have them practice, maybe practice with a new partner, and once that becomes a behavioral innate habit of using phrases such as, what are you going to do to successfully? It frames out people's minds to be positive. It also erodes responses of, yeah, but. And so when we ask these questions, it triggers people to think about what they need to do to successfully, whatever was mentioned to them. That's the power of these practice activities. There is no greater questioning tool than self-actualized questions. When we ask a what question, it's open-ended. When we insert a success imperative, such as what are you going to do to successfully engage with that teammate, it's very hard to say, yeah, but it's their fault. Really, the question is specific and it frames out how they need to respond, which is then reinforced by their action. Because when people answer questions such as, yes, I need to get back to that person more, or I need to be a little bit more open-minded, or I need to be a better listener for us to create success together. And when they say it, they start to own it more. So these things require practice. If you can get your leaders using self-actualized questions and then insert practice as it relates to using active listening, that will absolutely skyrocket trust between leaders and employees.